QR codes are a 2D array of binary pixels that decode information when scanned. You can think of it like any other storage medium. They consist of a bunch of ones and zeros that are represented by black and white, which a computer can interpret. We use them for common functions like opening a website or using an online menu, but people have been able to fit entire games within the confines of a QR code. They come in sizes ranging from version 1 with 13 bytes of data, all the way up to version 40, which holds up to 2,953. That might sound like a lot, but for context, it could barely store this image. The process of creating a QR code involves several steps. First, the position and alignment markers are placed to help align the QR code when scanned. Next, the timing pattern shows the size of the pixels on the QR code and the size of the QR code itself. Then version markers specify the type of QR code. The format information shows the level of error correction and the type of mask that is being used. The mask breaks up the data and makes it more readable, flipping bits to avoid large areas of black or white that are difficult for the scanner to read. The type of mask is usually picked automatically, and it's chosen based on how well it does getting rid of those large blobs. This remaining space is all used for data storage. The first 4 bits indicate the type of data, such as numeric, alphanumeric, binary, and kanji, along with whatever these mean. The rest of the data goes up in a zigzag pattern, and the end is marked by a square of white pixels. The last part is left for error correction, and it takes up a sizable amount of the code, which is why huge chunks can be completely missing and the code will read perfectly fine. Masahiro Hara invented QR codes for the Japanese automotive company Denso Wave. Hara and his team were tasked with finding a more efficient way to track car parts during the manufacturing process. He realized that one-dimensional barcodes are very fast and efficient, but when more data is needed, so is another dimension to the code. By now, QR codes are used in a much broader context than just labeling car parts, and they're seen pretty much everywhere. You may even have seen something like this that looks awfully like a QR code, but if you tried scanning them, you would find nothing happens. Why is this? These are called data matrices, and your phone usually isn't able to scan them without downloading some external app. Data matrices are usually way more compact than QR codes, which is why you often see them on a really small piece of computer hardware. The data is stored in this weird diagonal pattern that I'm not even going to try to explain, but it still has the error correction, padding, and timing markers like a QR code does. There are a lot of other codes that are used for different things. If you've ever flown on a plane, you may have noticed that your ticket had a PDF 417 code, which may look two-dimensional, but it's actually read by a laser that travels down the code, so it's more like a bunch of barcodes stacked on top of each other. This data on the sides just tells the code reader what line they're on. There are some really cool codes, ranging from ones we've all used to ones that are more obscure. My favorite is probably the colored QR codes like Jab code. I think it's really cool how people manage to fit more and more data into a tiny space. I hope you enjoyed this short video on QR codes. Consider subscribing if you want to keep hearing me pretend like I know what I'm talking about. Have a good day.